If you've watched my channel recently, you guys will know that I have been to EGX 2022. And the star of the show, Sonic Frontiers, was there. And I'm not even joking, look at these pictures. Sonic was everywhere, no matter where you wanted to look, Sonic was just watching the creep. The demo was only 15 minutes, however I played twice, so I managed to get about 30 minutes worth of gameplay total. Let's have a breakdown. The things I liked. So starting off with the things I liked about Sonic Frontiers is the adjustable control sliders. I'm serious, this needs to be a staple in any open world game. So if you're struggling with how Sonic controls in Frontiers, you're going to be in for a treat. You can truly make Sonic your ideal Sonic. As I said, I feel like this needs to be the new standard for open world games. Being able to alter how your character moves is such a blessing and was actually the first thing I went to do when I started the game. The next thing, cyberspace. Now hold on, stay on the video, let me explain. The cyberspace is without a doubt one of the worst parts of the game, bar none. And myself, I wasn't really looking forward to them. However, I put myself into the mindset of, these are technically the special stages, albeit very easy special stages, of this game. And thinking like this alone made me enjoy them, and with their bite-sized level designs, it made them really addicting. And I ended up actively searching for them on my second run through. Bearing in mind, these will grant you access to Chaos Emerald keys, so I believe this is a way for you to progress through the game faster, as these are completely optional. The combat, oh my god. The combat. You see, in the demo, you didn't get much to it. It was mostly just button mashy, so mashing the X button. However, the bosses I faced, being the ninja and the tower, they could absolutely take bites out of you, which, yes, this has been needed, but it's been so absent from Sonic games as of late. The previous mainline game comes to mind. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Just simply mashing X and dodging at the right times, parrying, etc. was satisfying as hell. Brought me back to Sonic Unleashed with the Werehog's combat, and whether you want to admit it or not, the Werehog has really good combat once you level him up. Hell, even before you level him up, it's pretty awesome. The moves Sonic can do, they are awesome. First of all, we now have an unlimited boost similar to the stamina wheel seen in the likes of Breath of the Wild. Well, I tell a lie, it's not quite unlimited. It runs out over time, but it does regenerate, meaning we never have to collect anything to replenish that meter. Sonic has now inherited the drop dash from Sonic Mania, however it doesn't control like you'd expect. The parrying, as I mentioned, is very satisfying and quite easy to pull off too. You know, that bitch slap that gets enemies away, yeah, you know. All you have to do is press the left and right bumpers together simultaneously. Pressing either the left or right bumper once will get you to dodge. The homing attack, that's been somewhat simplified in a way, but it works quite well. This isn't a situation like Lost World where it would lock on to multiple targets at once and you just watch Sonic destroy enemies. No. Instead, you can activate the homing attack by just simply pressing X. Yes, we're back to the Unleashed mentality. Even if you're at a standstill, so you don't need to jump, this works surprisingly more well than you would expect. And the last thing with the controls, the side loop. Oh my god, the side loop. That is just simply wonderful and addicting to use. There's no meter, so there's no limit to how long you can actually use it. You can throw enemies up in the air with it. You can find hidden rings and other items. It's just a joy to use through and through. And no, I didn't draw a dick. The things I disliked. Okay, whew, there are some things I did not like with the demo. Some of these are minor nitpicks, although some could have been seen as detrimental. So starting off, the cyberspace stages. I mean, you guys saw this one coming. I know I was just praising them earlier, however, there are a fair few issues that I want to discuss. Starting off, a bit nitpicky of course, but the fact we're back to older stages again, especially Green Hill. I only played one Green Hill stage, luckily. However, there's reports that there's up to, what, 5 or 6? Okay, nitpick done. I hope. Sonic controls super jank in these stages, my god. It's similar to the open zone, however, it's just screwed up somehow. I can't put my finger on it. There's not going to be any way to change that, neither. It's been stated, I think by Izuka, that the controls will not be altered within cyberspace stages, which is a real bummer. That's like Halo Infinite if 343 took away that admittedly really addicting grappling hook and other things within the more traditional missions, know what I mean? Anyway, as I said, the stages are short and they are easy, so it's not a huge thing for me. I just hope they do a bit of fine tuning to Cyberspace Sonic's controls, know what I mean? Okay, from here on it's nitpicks, which will probably be fixed later. At one point I actually boosted on a staircase and Sonic went flying. Like, no, seriously, flying. And then he started running sideways like, oh man. It admittedly got a good laugh out of me and my friend who was with me. Okay, the one and final nitpick I have is a graphical issue. Me and my friend noticed that there was pop-in quite frequently, whether it be grass, enemies, rings, etc. Now, me and him are total graphic cores, you know what I mean? So, this is probably just an us problem. However, it is something that I want to point out. Any complaints are good complaints in my eyes, unless someone's just being straight silly. So, what would I rate the Sonic Frontiers demo at EGX? A big, fat, solid 7 out of 10. It's not that I don't fully like the game, because I think this is one of the best Sonic games in years alone from the demo. And it's not even close. The story's shaping up nicely from the cutscenes I've seen. Roger's finally been given some good voice direction. So why a 7 out of 10? Well, that rating goes towards the demo shown off. I feel like 15 minutes was not enough. Yes, they need to make sure the lines don't go on for too long. However, there were so many screens I couldn't even count them. Like, during my second playthrough, it was so easy just to get back in there. Like, literally lined up, 2 minutes later, I'm back on the screen playing the game. So at least 30 minutes straight, I feel would have been fine for a 30 to 40 hour game, you know what I mean? Then there's the miscommunication. I outright asked if it was okay for my friend to film, and we were told yes. Like, they even said, like, yeah, over the shoulder's perfectly fine. However, Sega themselves sent out the message, I can only assume, to ban all filming. It's like they knew I was coming, like, jeez. I don't know, I feel like I'm talking out my arse here, but I feel the communication could have been better. Other than that issue, the staff were great. I managed to bump into a fellow Sonic tuber even. If you're watching this, I'm so sorry, but I've forgotten your username. Please drop a comment so I know it's you. And everyone was generally just simply having a good time. It was a really fun environment to be in. Okay guys, if you enjoyed this video, do consider leaving a like, as that does help out a ton. That's very typical YouTuber-y thing to say. Join the Discord server and follow my Twitter, both linked down below for your convenience. And I will catch you all in the next one.